Hey guys and girls, welcome back. So yeah, I just got back from work and fancy just carrying on. So yeah, the sun's not out this afternoon, so hopefully it shouldn't turn into an oven in here within an hour like it did on the first episode. So let's just get right back in. I've had another idea for a time trial for Italy. Oh wait, I don't know if I should carry on doing those jokes, do you? Perhaps I'll do it this episode, and if you think they sound rubbish and you would rather I didn't do them, leave a comment below, or just suggest something else that I could do, unless you really like them. Most of them were pretty bad. A couple of good ones. So yeah, I didn't get round to explaining how to do your own thumbnails for your time trials, which is obviously something you'd more than likely want to do. If you didn't know, then I can show you that too. But I think we'll make a third time trial, and I had it as an idea for like test. So it's the length of the highway until you need to lift when you go down through the tunnel on the big loop time trial that comes with the game. So I just wanted to do, it's basically like a half-mile drag strip. So I thought it'd be an interesting test to be able to put cars at full throttle on a real road and then go over the finish line without worrying about having to lift, just as a test. That distance, how fast is it? Because it's quite long and it has hills up and down, I believe. I think not so much up, but definitely down. Sorry, it should be loading. Oh no, we want time trials. And I didn't actually make a new one. But yes, we got our City 1 and City 2. And we'll do some sort of thumbnail for them. You don't have to do a track map, you can just do a picture. But I think we need to get hold of this picture, but in high resolution, and then you can zoom in and you can just cut out the bit you need and then just draw a line finally, like it looks like it's been done on here, like this mountain circuit village. The line work there is like, it's like they've used paint with just like the pencil and the straight line. Well, not pencil, the felt tip or whatever it is, the pen. So yeah, we need to add our own, a new one I mean. So this will definitely be interesting, I think. So hopefully we should have some good fun with it. So if we go back into the Unpacked mod, find Italy quick race. Just going to copy that, paste, and we'll call it highway test. Let's just call it the highway test, and let's name it all undercase. Just, I think it's generally better that way when you're talking about file names and code. Be careful with what you put as capitals. So I don't think it makes much difference, to be honest, but it's a good habit to be in. So we rename all these copies. Come along. I want to play then. And let's rename the JSON. I'm not sure if I mentioned last time, but this is the data that comes up when you have it in the game's main menu. When you're selecting a time trial, this is what it will say. So, say 1, because maybe you could do a different map, and maybe the one from Utah, if there isn't one already. Full throttle highway test run. I think that's good enough. And I don't ever set the difficulty, that's just for information. If you want to tell people, can just delete the entire line, I believe. And that's the date, not worried about that. Yeah, reversible closed false. This is just an end-to-end, like a drag strip. Allow rolling start, there's no point. So false on that as well. Anyway, I just need to bring up the stream on my phone so I can see comments. If I actually get one this time. No, I did get a few from you guys last time, just mostly saying hello. But yeah, I'm open to answer questions as well if you guys have anything. Okay, yeah, it's working. Awesome. Anyway, so lap count, we can get rid of that because there's no laps. And I don't really need... Oh yeah, waypoints still have in there so we can have split times. But we could try and maybe measure the distance and do like a 60 foot and then a 330 foot and then I suppose it'd be 1,000 meters next, and then yeah, like they have on real drag strips. So that all looks okie dokie. So we'll save. Excuse me, the hay fever's still absolutely awful. I'm right on the coast of the UK, so it's a lot of pollen around here. Well, I suppose it's the same everywhere, isn't it? So we are ready to load that up, and oh, that's the wrong button. Where are we? Yes, I have BeamNG hotbarred on my start. Yeah, there's a hotkey for it on. It's not even a hotkey, is it? Sorry, it's been a long day. A quick start button on the start bar, and I don't run mine through Steam. I do own it on Steam, but I don't have many hours played on Steam because the amount you restart and reload the game when you're modding would just annoy all your friends. So I'm like courteous enough to appreciate that. Plus, you don't have to wait for Steam to do its thing before it actually launches the application. So it's a lot easier for me, and it's just close it, reload it, close it, reload it as fast as it wants to load. So now if we find the time trial that we've just made, highway, oh hang on, this pretty much is, oh no, it's highway test, that is an existing one. So it should be the same, yeah, there we go. Same thumbnail since we copied it from those. So, any other thing, just load a car that doesn't take long to load. Okay, so terrible jokes. I'm not going to escape. What stays in the corner and travels all over the world? A stamp. Well done. Clap for you. Why did the computer go to the doctor? Because what do you call a man with no body and just a nose? Nobody knows. That one's alright actually. I quite like that. Nobody knows. Yeah, it's a bit whap whap still. What do you call a computer that sings? Adele. Okay, that was a bit better. I don't know if you could. Yeah. Anyway, did you hear about the shampoo shortage in Jamaica? It's dreadful. Yeah, I'm on. How do you make a tissue dance? Just put a little boogie in it. Oh. At least I've never heard these before. There's probably a reason for that though. They've been made by people recently. What do you make? How do you make a tissue dance? Oh, sorry. Did you hear about the angry pancake? He just flipped. Goodness me. What do prisoners use to call each other? Cell phones. Oh, goodness me. Cell phones, yeah. Right, you're right. It's loaded. We're saved. Okay. So let's F11 to the editor. Free look and save ourselves from the abyss. Pop. Out we come. And now we need to find, let's find where our bits are first so we can get them grouped together. So we'll open up the scenario group objects group even. We'll right click on our prefab here, which is our time trial. Everything that's in our time trial that adds to the map is in this prefab. So we'll unpack and remember to delete the file name in the same process. That's something you do together. Get in the habit of it, otherwise it won't save properly. Okay, so let's look around, find where everything is. Speed up the Cameroon. I wonder if there's actually a hotkey you can hold and scroll the mouse to speed the camera up and down. That would be helpful. Because now we need to turn it back down again because we're close. Actually, we don't need to get that close. Okay, so let's grab everything here. Why are there 5 prefabs? Oh, they don't know. I'm looking at the wrong bit. Again, I did that last time. Got confused. Yeah, it was a bumpy start to the last one, I must admit. But yeah, I'm modded or done anything with this for ages. So let's grab our 3 waypoints. Let's actually delete these static objects because we don't need those now. So let's grab our spawn points and our waypoints. That's literally all we need. And let's find which direction we have to go. I believe that's... is that it? Yeah. Such a cool straight. Oh, well, I'm used to doing it from that direction and all the way down there, and about halfway, well, about 100 or 200 yards down that tunnel, then you have to lift or brake, depending how fast you're going, of course. So, I think the start line should be here. Oh, we could do so many cool time trials. This is endless possibilities with a map this big. Excuse me. Let's grab them over from their place to here. Luckily it's all quite a small track, so it's nice and dense. Oh wait, which one did we do? We did the... oh yeah, it was 2 we made, wasn't it? Yeah. I thought we made 3 for a minute there, but no, this is the 3rd one we're making. For Italy at least. Anyway, so let's grab our... we can get rid of the rolling spawn points because we're not using those. Because we've told it false on rolling start allowed. Because there's just no space to go from a rolling start, because we're starting from as far away as possible and finishing from as far away as possible to get the full run. I wonder if you could get round this bit here at 150 though. Maybe we should put the start finish here. Because I think that from right at the other end with some cars you just plough straight into that. Let's yeah, let's put it sort of here, at the end of the highway. Here we are. Why the grid lock turned on? Yeah, it was turned on. Sometimes it shows that it's on when it's so yeah. Sometimes it shows that it's off, but it is actually on. Excuse me, didn't realise my door's open. Okay, so let's plonk it there, get it rotated round. I thought the align with terrain was on as well then, but it's not. Oh yeah, there. Let's pop in. Let's put it right at the end of this point of the divider. Yep, get in there. Make sure we're not sticking through the floor. So we want it about there. Well, for this way, we could actually move it right back. Oh, I just copied it. Don't hold shift when you're dragging something unless you want to duplicate it. So let's we could put the start point from this way as far back as we want. It doesn't necessarily need to be the same length, it's just a test. But bound to be different both ways anyway, because you start on a hill coming back. So let's have our player start there. Yeah, that's about the height you need. A little bit of gap off the floor. And then let's just boogie down to the other end and put in the other spawn point. Did I have music on last time? I did, didn't I? Let's have some tunes on. Sorry if you can hear the shower, it's quite noisy. So let's have it sort of here, I think. Grab that down here, over there. There it is. So start on the outside. Just get more distance. Oops, wrong direction. Okay, that's about right. Now we need the waypoints. So this is the far end, so we'll bring the finish to here. Come here. Oh, just at the wrong angle. There we go. Come along. Oh, it's lagging again like it was the other day. It was alright up until then. Forgot it was doing that. That's a bit of a pain. Not sure why. Never done it. It's never done it before. Have another drink, excuse me. Okay, so it's about there. Pump it up a little bit. Actually, we want to cover both in case the player comes through here on the other side of the road. So let's cover both sides of the highway so they can't miss it either way. And oh, actually, yeah, we have to consider the. Alright, I'm trying to think because they use the same waypoints to do the reverse. You don't have separate. You could use separate waypoints for a reverse config if you made another time trial and just switched it all out. But I'd rather just use the reversed function. So we'll try and not take advantage of a run up. Is what I'm trying to do here. Basically, we'll just try and keep it so that you can get, because you have to lift about here because it just turns. You hit the wall about there. So let's make the waypoint come around here. Oh, that's well, we need that anyway, but I thought I had the waypoint, but I did not. Okay, let's bring it up. Okay. That's the. Oh, I brought the wrong spawn point over. You know what I can do though. Minus 13, 15. So I'm copying the position, or putting a rough same position in as the other one. But I didn't remember what this one is, so I'm going to have to bring that over. Saves me dragging it. Oh, there we are. So yeah, that was the reverse starting spawn point. Oh. Sorry, it's the normal spawning point that I brought over to be the reverse spawning point. Forgive me, I've had a very scatterbrainy day. Well, it's not been too bad, but it's been crazy. Lots of things that don't normally happened, so it's been, yeah. I already fancied streaming, so here we are. Okay, so we've hit the start line. In fact, we should probably just be over it. Bring her up a little. Don't want too much height because you could potentially damage suspension if you drop the cars in from too much of a height. So I'll rotate it slightly. Yeah, should be alright. Okay, so we've got the waypoint in. Let's get a sort of overlooking view of the distance here. That pretty much looks like a waypoint there and a waypoint there, I think. So let's grab this one, put it there. Let's lock it to the terrain for now, so it's there when we go, and fine tune it. Come along, let's get on with it. Like once you get into a flow, making time trials is like my time trial pack. I pretty much made all those in a week. And there's what, 24 different tracks in it? You just get a process, and all you need to do is just plan a good track, and you can make it happen, and it's suddenly you can do hot laps on it and stuff, and it'll have a time, like a high score table for it and everything. It's excellent. So this is the second waypoint. We want to make this as big as everything. There we go. Plonking down a bit so it's no. Yes, when you use the align to terrain, I noticed the devs do this actually. I think I've seen in a few maps. They'll move the waypoints along with the align to terrain, but it actually doesn't the lag. When it's where it's actually being placed is not with it in its most biggest area. So the biggest area is obviously the equator of the sphere. So the align to terrain just leaves it sort of above, but I find it's always best to lower it so that you're getting the maximum diameter of your waypoint. So if it was like, I'll say, come along. If it's like this, there's a chance you can miss it where you shouldn't, or you might not expect it to. So yeah, I do like to try and use the actual circumference. It's a shame the align to terrain doesn't actually do it also. Maybe there's a way to offset it in the in the core files of the game, but I'd rather not mess with that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's looking okay. So other waypoint is that way. I'm not lost. Okay, so let's bring that into the middle. Let's say this is, we'll check it. I'd say this is roughly the right positions for thirds. Blow it up. Oh, hang on. I'm just thinking about start line. It doesn't have a start line now. You don't need a start line. Your start line is essentially where you place the car, and it starts the timer when you're going. Ooh. Oh, normally you would use the finish line for the start line, of course, because it would be if it was a lap, like a circuit. However, it's not. So yeah, sorry, I haven't made many end-to-ends. I have made a few, but not recently, since I believe they've changed slightly the way that you do it. I won't go into more detail on that. Let's get our other spawn point in. Oh, we were quite close. Okay, so we're gonna. Oh yeah, we're gonna call it at the end of that highway because the turn there. Let's bung him there. Hang on, does that mean? How would you do it? I'm trying to think. In a reverse configuration, how is it going to know where the waypoint is for the finish? Maybe we should just make this a one-way, not reversible for now. And maybe we could make a reversible. Like I said before, we could just make another time trial and just switch it all around rather than using the reversible function that the game provides. So let's wag that round and wag that round. Let's listen to HighDef talking rubbish all afternoon. It's not actually got hot in here yet, so I'm thinking we're alright tonight. It's more like 18 degrees rather than 26. God, it's probably about 32 in here. That graphics card is amazing, but crikey, it's really hot. I say amazing, it's quite old now. It's a GTX 980 MSI card, or GeForce, and yeah, it's a powerhouse for heat. Right, so let's forget about the reversible start then. So yeah, just to play it safe, because I don't want to get lost again and try and work out how to do it with you on the stream, like it happened twice last stream. So let's just do it the way we know it will work. At least I think it will work at the moment. So that is all looking hunky-dory, and I think we're good to test. So let's move him. Now we're not doing reversible. Let's move him back to the roundabout where I wanted him originally. Oh, I've done it again. Press shift whilst I was dragging an object. Delete. Oh. No, that's right. Also, we need to rename the spawn point, of course. Stop us spawning in the abyss. So it's highway test. One word, was it? I think so. Yeah, it was. Let's straighten that out. Plug in there, I think. Oh, it's probably a good idea to make more space in case somebody wants to drive something huge. So let's put it there so you can spawn pretty much most huge things there, I'd say. Right, that chip there, like the 8x8 that Crash Hard made, that thing, if I put it there, it would be stuck in the roundabout, so it's kind of raised slightly. Only very slightly, and there's a sign there actually. That would have played havoc with it. Okay, so that's looking good. Let's give it a pack. Double check the file name's gone. It's gone. Let's pack. And well, we'll find it in here to just get the name to save. No, we have to find it from the My Documents folder anyway, and then overwrite it ourselves. It's no wonder people struggle with modding this game. There's so many little things you've got to know. It's taken me quite a while to get used to. Well, get to the point where I am. Just a shame we can't write Lua, because if I could write Lua, we could be making some really, really cool stuff. I've got the imagination for it, but not the code, not the language. Crikey. It's yeah, it's a shame. I would have liked to have pursued it. So the prefab is packed. Let's close it down. Actually, I feel kind of patronising to show you how to change the thumbnails, because it's literally just these files here. Just put your own pictures in. Best way I find is to well, edit it and put a picture within the size that it already is, just to make sure that the aspect ratio stays the same. So yeah, I'm going to just, what did I do? Oh yeah, I actually did maps for the thumbnails in the rest of the mod. Like, let's have a look at the Utah ones. Yeah, I managed to get a map of Utah. Well, can't have a map of a track on a car park, so that's what I did for that. Yeah, they're not very elegant, but they basically show you what you're up for, what you're in for. So, times like this is a good time to delve in and have a look at the game files from the main game directory. Excuse me. It was locked. Yes. So let's go into content and levels and Italy. Maybe we can find a picture we can use to make mini maps from. Excuse me. So yeah, I saw this the other day, but I'm not sure why. I think it's in some kind of format for BeamNG to be able to read. So we're going to get previews because it's compressed. It's no good. Right, these are just nice pictures. Quick race. Well, one thing we could do is nick the highway and just sort of black that out. I wonder how... Oh, it's very low detail though. It's no good. Although it is. It's already been done. Well, it's sort of. We're not doing the whole route. We're literally doing the full throttle end of it. And that's it. So I would say it's even better because of that. For testing at least. I mean, not saying it's more fun. Maybe. So we could just rip that. That sounds horrible, but we could use that and shorten it down. Why not? It's not like we're selling it. Oh, no, I didn't mean to open it in a text editor. What are we doing here? Let's go back to mods. And open. Going to open it in Paint. I still use Paint even though I use GIMP and sort of Paint.net, not so much anymore. It's not bad, but GIMP's better. So we'll open it in this and just overlay it. Don't need to overcomplicate things. Now you probably think I'm strange, but yeah. So do a lot of people. Not in the right folder, are you? Did we get some tunes on in the end? Nope. Ooh, Sonic music. Okay, I haven't been looking at the chat, so excuse me if you've been messaging. So we need to bring up our our thumbnail, and then I'm going to paste from the, where did we put it? Oh, we still have it in here, so let's go back to mods. Oh, hey Firefree, if you're still here, and Alex Gamer. I don't understand that language, I'm afraid. I think it's Spanish, isn't it? Excuse me if it's not. So, where were we? Let's bring in the picture so we can paste from it. It has to be uncompressed to do so. Let's just bung it in with it for now. So now we're pasting from Highway 1. There we go. Now we can zoom. Grab that. Oh, missed it. One, two, 1, 2. Oh no, it's alright. So I just had to get sound check, see if I put the music up too loud. I haven't got it turned on in here. I've got it muted, so I don't have to wear headphones in this heat. Oh, that's a bit of a mess again, so let's try and get just enough. Oh, a bit too much again. Never mind, let's just carry on. Put ours there. Okay, so let's grab any old bit of this. Oops. Paste it over. Bit crude. But we can tidy it up a little bit. And we want grey. Let's grab that grey if we can. Middle grey, that'll do. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's try a brush on that. That's better. Not very good though. It's freehand on a sofa. That'll do. Not bad, not bad. Could be better. But don't want to hold you guys up too long doing silly things like this. But still, as part of the process, this is what modding is about, is being thorough and covering all the ends you can. So, is that the start line? Because the start line's actually there. Sod it, let's just go with it. I haven't actually done that Highway 1 before. So we can delete that now. Okay, we save this now. I'm not too fussed. We can sort that out if we need to. It's only a move. Save, close that, and that. And now let's launch the game. Make sure I've got my controller in. Oh, I don't need to, I can just keyboard it, sod it. All good. Ooh, more bad jokes. Must we wait for the Goliath Italy to load. So, is it the bottom still? Highway test 1. So yeah, it's got our thumbnail all good, and I don't know, let's take something I can drive with the keyboard. Say lapse 1. Just check on the stream. Still says lapse. Oh no, I selected the other one. Sorry, I'm just watching back what I've done. You see in the menu it had option for lapse, but it shouldn't. It's end to end. Yeah, lapse 1. Oh, it's negated though. You can't change it. Sorry, that spammed me out then. Okay, so we had some of these. Why did Johnny throw the clock out of the window? Because he wanted to see time fly. That's awful. When do you stop at green and go at red? When you're eating a watermelon. It's more of a different thing. Can't remember the name of it. What did the tailor think of her new job? It was so-so. Rather like that joke. Oh, you're joking. We typed in the wrong thing. The spawn point. We must have done. Oh, we haven't moved the blooming... Oh, what a waste. Of course, yeah. I even spoke about it as I was doing it. So, yes. Closing the game. Open up that. My documents. BeamNG folder. And... Oh, it's actually in here. Like I thought it was last time, rather than just on the root of the My Documents BeamNG folder. Okay, yes. Things take a little while to do with this, that's for sure. Okay, so we'll overwrite the existing one. I think that's just a fail-safe in case you overwrite something that you've worked on for ages. It's just... Yeah, it's just precautionary, I guess, rather like the terrain when you spawn when you make a new terrain and that gets placed out of the level and it gets routed to be read from out of the level, and it's for when you're working on it, or you know, there's reasons. So right, let's load and give it a go. Okay. What's an astronaut's favourite place on the computer? The space bar. What exam do young witches have to pass? A spelling test. Oof. What do you call a sheep with no head and no legs? A cloud? No, no, it's a troglodyte sheep. What about its head? That's awful. That's that. I want to complain about that one. Which weighs more, a ton of feathers or a ton of bricks? It's not a joke. Neither. They both weigh a ton. It's So you are an idiot test. Did you hear about the blonde who gave her cat a bath? She still hasn't gotten all the hair off her tongue. Ooh. I really wish I hadn't read that. That's gross. What has one horn and gives milk? A milk truck. That one's alright. Okay, so we're testing now. It's going to count up from here. You don't need a split time here. So, yeah, I've been putting waypoints at the start. Oh yes, because they're closed loop ones. You need to have one on there. Oh, error. Goodness me. Okay, well, see that it's running. We'll just check. We'll do a full run just to make sure that the waypoints are being saved properly and whatnot. You know, they should have. First split. I've got to turn right down so I can actually hear the gears. I'm sucking so much. And I always run manual gears, no matter what. I'm using clutch sometimes on the. Is the engine broken? Cool, we can do this. So this is painful. Yeah, we can see the waypoints are working, so I'm going to call that it's done. So we also do need to do thumbnails for the other two thingy bobs, the other two time trials. So I might just do screenshots for those. Because it'd be difficult to work out where we can see the map and get a shot. I think we would have got lucky with the highway test since it's already kind of a time trial anyway, with, you know, a little bit more. So yeah, I think screenshots would be the easier way to deal with those. So I suppose what we're going to do, screenshot of the little town on the hill for the second one, and perhaps an aerial shot of the block of the first one. So all we need to do is load it in free roam once and take 2 screenshots. Where is it? So many maps. Oh yes, yes, I got, there it is, Tobin Raceway. Well, Jay, Dr. Doomslab even, he managed to get the material CS file fixed so that all the textures work again. So I'm going to be doing some stuff with that quite soon. Oh, excuse me. And yes, I'm holding off on the automation series for now because I tried to do the 1986 series and found it to be... This is the wrong map. What the hell? I found it to be not generating many different... Is that the place? Doesn't matter, we'll find it. It wasn't generating many different bodies. It was like 3 or 4 of the same body in 80. And I was regenerating some also. I was like, I can't be doing this. And it was just kept bringing out this S15 Sylvia shaped body like constantly. And it was like, this is Gazmere. What happened to all the muscle cars and stuff? It did give one muscle car, and it was so bad. I think it was a supercar, and it was like a Dodge Charger. And yeah, no good. So I'm going to wait until they've added more body types before I carry on with the series. But 24 episodes isn't too bad. I'll keep people going for a while, I'm sure. But what concert costs 45 cents? 50 Cent featuring Nickelback. That's alright, I quite like that. That's quite good. Even though there's no way. No, that would never happen. Nickelback. Can February, March? No, but April, May. Yeah, those aren't so bad. They're not as bad as some of the other ones. Why did the tree go to the dentist? To get a root canal. Ugh. Okay. Going back down again. Hey, it's loaded. Let's just forget about that. Right, so we need to find... where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I should be able to see it quite easily. So there's... Is that the little town? No, that's not quite it. It's one of the... Oh, it's over here, look. It must be in that track's over there somewhere. I thought it came from that direction. Anyway, let's get a little screenshot here. So our track was, it came down here, over the, well, it started on the bridge, went around here, down around here, and then down around. Quite short. So we'll Alt-U to get rid of the UI, or hide the UI I should say, doesn't get rid of it. And, excuse me, we should just try and get in the bit that is the track. So, that'll do. I'm going to do this. Oh, print screen. Yeah, paint will do it again. Oh yeah, it's not in full screen mode. Here. Oh yeah, we got to do it in full screen mode. So I don't know if you'll still be able to see on the stream. Let's print screen, and then I'll enter back out into windowed mode. There we go. Much better. And now we can resize percentage pixels down to 1280 by 720, I suppose. Don't even need to be that big. What? It is a valid number. What you want about? Oh, yeah, that's the wrong thing. I'll put that into skew. It wants one or the other. So we want to put that to 1280 by 720. Oh, yeah, maintain aspect ratio. Thank you. Handy, handy. And they're still moaning. No, just go away. Thank you. Hey, there we are. Okay, now we need to resize the actual palette or easel or whatever the flip you want to call it. Oh, it's got the frame rate in there. Oh, sod it. We can afford that. I'm not that fast. Finely tuned. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Looking at the wrong axes. I'm looking at the bottom to get the size right. I should just look here, really. There we go. Oh, off by one. Let's do it properly. Or not at all. Could turn my mouse sensitivity down for this, but oh, there we go. Fine-tune mode. Boom! Finally. Sorry about that. Let's save that as a JPEG. Over City Race 2. Yep. Okay. And then we need to find the other place that we raced. We don't actually need the UI at all. Let's keep that out. Shame we can't speed things up. Let's go over the mountain. Oh, there's nothing that side. There is a road along there though. I need to find the other track. A little town on it, sort of. Not really a town, a village, and that is somewhere. There it is. Looks a bit like a seal or a walrus. Route around there. So let's try and get the majority of it in. And full screen with Alt Enter. Alt print screen. Unfull screen with Alt Enter. Get paint back. Resize. 1280 by 720, okay. Grab the palette, or what is it? It's like the workspace, I'm not sure. There's a cool word for it that I used to know from back in the Atari days. So that's City Race 1. But we could just put in sort of a faint sort of line just to show people what they're looking at here, so they know what's going to be. A faint line, just to put a bold red stripe through the road badly. So if I don't go the wrong direction, click there so I can undo back to there. It's like a checkpoint. It's waypoint 1. Gonna grab on there because it's a hairpin. Clean that up. Okay. zoom in and just tidy up those bits. It's a shame. Missed. There we go. Okay, so that's one bit sorted. There's another bit over somewhere. I'll sort that out. Get rid of that little extra stripe there. And one more here. Oops, that was a miss. And then when it's zoomed out, you probably won't even notice. No, not really. That looks quite good, I think, actually. Where's the start line? Let's not forget to put that in. It's right on that junction, isn't it? Just put a crudely scribbled line in there, it doesn't matter. Well, it might to you, but hey. Whatever. So let's open up the other one. Try and do the same. Can't really from this angle, but let's just do what we can. Excuse me. Wait, does it go that way? It comes down and then out here. I think that's the best we can do. You kind of get the idea. Let's make it a bit more prominent there so you can notice it. Cool. Yeah, that's good enough, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Okie dokie. So, now if we go back to the main menu. Oh yeah, if you ever get scared, press Alt-U and it should bring stuff back. No matter what you do, it won't show you any menus if you have hidden the UI. Just press Alt-U again. If you want to add UI apps, it's Shift-Alt-U. And that'll bring up the UI app editor. So now if we go to time trials, it might have done it without reloading the game. There we go. City Race 1, City Race 2. We're going to stick with that one for that. Okay, so it does look like that is the start line, so we'll just quickly modify that in our highway test. Oh, it will load it in paint.net if I load it like that. Highway test. Zoom, 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 zoom. Mazda. Let's grab that. I'll just move it to there. Get another. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Just literally butchering this beautiful map. Yeah, that's better. Ish. Okay. So we could update the mod with just these three. We could carry on, make some more. Not sure really. I mean, I'd sure love to make more maps, but I'm not sure if you're going to get anything from it unless you want to join me. I suppose you can just leave if you don't want to if you think you've learnt everything, and it will be if I make more, we'll just be repeating the process. But yeah, perhaps that'll be it for tonight. Actually, I'm going to keep these short as I can so they don't drag on, just so they're digestible to play back and learn from. So yes, we'll end it off there. In fact, no, we'll just pack it up and we will update the mod. Let's do that to finish off. So we go to repository, find in the mod section our mod. Here we are. I should say it's unpacked, so we need to pack it. Yeah, unpack mod, and it's the last thing. If there's anything we need to do, all seems to work. Everything loads and Doobry what's it. Tested the other two yesterday, or the other day when we did it. So yeah, we'll pack the mod. And if it's a big mod, this can take quite a while, so be patient, don't worry. It's normally always fine. So, because it's just text files and a couple of pictures, or a few pictures, it's not a big deal to pack. So now we can exit. Go to the website. I've got all my mods linked here. Okay, here it is, and post a resource update. And let's see, where are we? Can't see. Oh, it's repacked it. Oh no, this is the repo folder. We don't want to be looking in there. There it is. I was going blind for a moment then. Okay, so this is going to be version 0.8 because it's got a new level in it. I think that's good enough to bring it up a notch in my world of making up version strings. So this is going to be Italy. Content. Added 3 new time trials based in Italy. Check out my channel to watch me making them. And just grab a little link to the channel. And yes, so that's basically going to be it, guys and girls. So, oh, is it finished? Yes, it's updated. Sometimes it takes a while to upload, and if you press OK, it goes, no, it's got to upload, and it makes you think, oh, crikey, have I broken it? But no, you haven't. So, the update is here, and we just have to wait for approval, which is usually, no, probably won't do it tonight, but usually in the day on weekdays, it's they'll go through them. In fact, I haven't uploaded any mods for ages, so they could be different now. They could have more staff that could do it at any time, maybe. Who knows? But yes, you should see those and be able to use them yourself. I'll put also a link in the description for the mod, so you can find it. And yes, let's do that quickly here. And what's the other thing I was going to link? I've forgotten. But yes, that's going to be it, guys and girls. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow for some more. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye, boys and girls, and yeah.